let's listen to some Galleries. I like this one a lot. I think I like this one better than the Templars a little bit, even though I like them a lot. Let's listen to You Don't Really Love Her, Indie Music Live, episode 66.
Really love her. Oh, yes, I do. You don't really love her. And who are you? You don't really love her. What are you gonna do? And when I'm with this girl, she's wrapped around my little finger. Set her free. My heart is in a whirl. I know that love is going to linger. This can be. Where is the sunshine in her eyes? It's drowned in a pool of tears. You can't justify your alibis. You are a man of fear. No, 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 no. You don't really love her. Oh, yes, I do. You don't really love her. And who are you? You don't really love her. What are you gonna do? No, no. Where is the sunshine in her eyes? It's drowned in a pool of tears. You can't justify your alibis. You are a man of fear. No, 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 no. You don't really love her. Oh, yes, I do. You don't really love her. And who are you? You don't really love her. What are you gonna do? I will imitate the sun, putting the strings of our heart and soul.
Episode 66, as I've been saying all night. Hey, guess what? 67 is next week. Same time, same place. We're going to be wrapping it up after we talk about this song. We have a special panel guest on the Indie Musicians Roundtable tonight. Not only do we have David Werba and Be Easy, the regular co-host with myself, but we also have special guest Omega Sparks, who is a part of the group Game Breaks.
Yeah.
They were a featured artist on the website last year, so he's been doing a lot of live streaming, talking about royalty,
Licensing. Yeah.
mechanical, all that stuff that's kind of hard to understand if you're not like a mathematician. So thank you so much for Zulu God and everybody hanging out with Zulu God in the chat and us as well. Bobby Stamps just walked in. James Montano, thanks for big ups. Shay, Eric, Shatoya, Aisha, so many people. Stacy Lynn, Candy Sakaya, Robert Hicks, Lincoln Plowman. Yeah, so
Plowing through the comments. How about we critique the song, for Christ? Jesus, Joe. Let's critique the song.
Go for it.
Yeah, so there's three bands that jumped out to me in this one. That was the Beatles, World Party, and the Smiths. So Morrissey. And the most prominent of those three, I would have to say, is Morrissey in terms of the vocal styling. Man, he really had some like Morrissey style, like vocal inflections or whatever you want to call it. But again, this is there's like a taste of the 60s, the 70s, and the 80s. So again, I could not think of a band as a reference in the past 20 years to this sound. Like this was kind of like the whole like revival sound that we so often get, man. I'm trying to like figure this out. Like it's so rare that it seems it's like, oh, it reminds me of a band from 2005. It seems like we never say that.
I can hear anywhere from like Buddy Holly and
that too, yeah,
rock to Weezer. I mean, it's that sort of thing. I hear Weezer in there, but only in the sense that it's a vintage kind of sound with a lot of guitars and stuff.
Yeah. So here,
Yeah, the Beach
Yeah,
Boys.
that too.
Another group that I listen to is called Starflyer 59. They're a lot more grungy and alternative, but they have that same 50s like kind of sound. Only they play real slow, and you got to be like really buzzed to listen to them. But
Yeah, one more thing is just part of a theory behind this stuff that I was thinking about after listening to this song is that when you try and get to the roots of the influence, I think a lot of it is your parents. Because for example, so I was raised in a house where my mom was addicted to the Bee Gees and Barry Manilow.
I thought you were going to say addicted to something else.
No, I mean,
I was addicted to crack, and
I was addicted to crack and heroin at age 7. No, can people hear Rob? Rob is throwing some like golden
no, but
nuggets.
they should be able to because it's funny.
They should.
We need to fix that so they can hear Rob's comments.
The parental influence. So it's like by age 10, I had memorized like every Bee Gees and Barry Manilow song, and I really didn't even have a choice. It was just like that was what my mom liked, So that kind of like 70s style, like it was an influence in my music when I started writing that, almost subconsciously. It's really strange like that. So I'm trying to get to the roots of like why so many bands that we get coming through, I'm sure they're in their 20s and 30s, so their parents are in their 40s and 50s. So you look at their influences and we can hear it. It's just interesting to piece it together.